One of the biggest factors about getting a great drum recording isn't about the drums, the microphones, or the preamps that you use. It's about the room that you record your drums in, which is why I built a DIY drum booth from random crap laying around my studio to try to change the sound of my drum recordings. While it didn't look pretty, and at times it was kinda sketchy. Oh, look, it's so close to the edge. This thing better not fall. Please don't fall on the expensive microphone. I was surprised by how drastically it changed the sound of my drum studio from a big live room to a tight, dead drum booth. No matter how good your gear is, the acoustic environment is always going to have a huge factor on your drum sounds. You can always try to recreate a space after the fact with processing, but getting the right drum sound right out of the gate with the right room sound makes recording a lot easier. I've had the privilege of recording drums in quite a few different acoustic environments. For example, the studio I used to record drums in was a basement of a house, which had low ceilings, carpeted floor, and it produced a very tight, dry drum sound. At the time, I dreamed about having a huge drum room with high ceilings, with reflective surfaces, so the drums would sound lively and huge. I did find ways around this. For example, I used to put microphones in the stairwell of the stairs leading up to the upstairs of the house, and this would capture some ambience and some reflections that added some excitement to my drum sounds. Fast forward to the past 5 years, and the studio that I'm now recording in has high ceilings, reflective floors, and basically all the ambience that I could ask for. Lately though, a lot of the work I've been required to do calls for tight, dry, dead drum sounds. Suddenly, I find myself dealing with the exact opposite problem, trying to make a big room sound small. Now, I've tried to use processing to eliminate the ambience in my microphones, such as gates and transient designers, but I found that this left the drums sounding unnatural. So my goal was to make the drums sound as tight and as dead as they could before the sound ever reached the microphones. I thought about converting the small bathroom in my studio into a temporary drum booth. The more I thought about it, it would become frustrating moving all the gear in and out of it while also trying to use it as a bathroom as well. So I started looking at what I already had. I have 3 large gobos in my studio that I often place around the back of my kit when I record to help tighten and dry up the drum sound. While these gobos tighten up the sound considerably, reflections from the roof and the back wall still managed to get into the microphones. It was better, but it wasn't the tight, dry drum sound that I was after. Then I started thinking about adding a roof over the panels. Originally, I thought about buying some boards and laying them across the top of the panels and then draping some moving blankets over them to create a roof. Then I noticed I had a ladder laying around that was the exact same length that I needed for the roof. I laid the ladder across the top of the panels and then clipped a moving blanket to the ladder and then to the back panel to create a roof. I then took a second moving blanket and draped it down in front of the drum kit at an angle and attached this blanket to the acoustic panels in front of the drum kit to create a front flap, which helped reduce the reflections coming off of the back wall. These aren't incredibly thick moving blankets, so I'm not getting broadband absorption, but they are thick enough to absorb high-end reflections off of the back wall and the ceiling. I then surrounded the kit with some inexpensive rock wool filled acoustic panels to help further reduce the reflections coming off of the back wall. And the result surprised me. I noticed that the reduction in room ambience was quite dramatic. The difference was very obvious in the overheads, but you could hear it in the close mics as well. This matters because close mics are quite dry on their own, but when we add things like compression, it brings up the room sound and ambience that maybe we didn't necessarily hear before. There's still a tiny bit of room sound in my recordings, but it's been greatly reduced. At this point, I'd be totally comfortable with using something like a transient designer on my drums because the plugin is not going to be doing the heavy lifting. My drums already sound very dry. Whereas before, I was relying on the plugins a lot to do most of the heavy lifting to get me most of my drum sound. When I was recording drums in my basement years ago, I always thought a bigger drum room would be the answer to all my drum recording issues. But now that I'm in a bigger room, I realize that every room has its advantages and its disadvantages. In my old studio, getting a tight, dry drum sound was super easy, and creating live, energetic, ambient drum sounds was quite a challenge. In this studio, getting lively drum sounds is no problem. but tightening up and getting a dry drum sound is quite challenging. Now, to get lively drum sounds, you could use reverb, you could use samples. There's something so satisfying though about having your drums being played in a room with ambience. Just knowing that organic sound you're hearing is coming from your own drums in your own space. At the same time, when I'm trying to get tight, dry drum sounds, I like knowing that I can get that sound right out of the gate and knowing that I don't have to rely on processing after the fact to get me there. You don't need to build a drum booth like this. If your room is lively, start simple. Maybe move your acoustic panels closer to your drum kit, then maybe hang some moving blankets from mic stands and see if that affects the sound. You could also move furniture closer to your drums, like using sofas or couches. Maybe start by moving things closer to your drum set and then move it back further away. Record the results and then see which ones you like. Microphone placement matters too. When I record tight, dry drum sounds, I try to move the overheads as close as I can to the drums. If I'm trying to open things up and create a more lively ambient sound, I move them further up. And if your room sounds too dead, try reversing this process. Move microphones further away. Try putting a microphone in a bathroom or a hallway or a space that has a reflective surface in your studio. There are a lot of ways that you can manipulate your drum sounds with your microphones and placement before reaching for a plugin. The biggest lesson I've learned is that the recording room or the environment you're recording in should almost be treated like a part of the drum kit. Changing your acoustic environment is going to have as much impact as changing a snare drum, a cymbal, or a drum head. Now, this isn't a perfect drum booth, but for a DIY experiment, I'd say I'm pretty happy with the results. More importantly, it gets me closer to the drum sound before I even reach for a plugin. I hope this video was somewhat informative and interesting, and I hope it gave you some ideas to try in your own studio. I'll see you next time.